Are we rolling? I think we are. Yeah, I think we're rolling. I think we're rolling, so we'll just start in here somewhere and see where it takes us. Yeah, just itches a little right there. Oh, hello. Pardon me. Caught me scratching my back a little bit there. Probably nothing, probably just another spider bite. It's not like you can lie down for more than 5 minutes here at Horror Hotel without getting any spider bites. Speaking of lying down, somebody tell me, why do people say cat nap when they mean they're going to take a little short nap for like 20 or 30 minutes? Have you ever been around any cats? The only cats I've ever been around sleep for like 18 hours a day. I think catnap ought to be the word for when you go to bed for 8 hours to sleep. But anyway, welcome back to the world of monster masks. And boy, oh boy, if you don't like this one, today's mask is so cool. If you don't like it, I just don't know you anymore. You and I have just drifted so far apart. We may have irreconcilable differences if you don't like this one. I think this is one of the coolest things. It's from Ghoulish Productions, and it does have the little ghoulish symbol of the cartoon skull and crossbones with the little flame. It does have that on the back, but you won't be able to see it because it's all painted black at the back. But anyway, announced in 2024, but I don't think people could really get their hands on one until 2025. It's this amazing thing. Look at this. Holy mackerel. This is so cool. The detail is amazing. And well, what is he? Well, his name is Ciakar. That's CIA, just like the CIA that you've heard of. It's a crazy imbecile association. Is that what that stands for? Yeah. Ciakar. And as for how to pronounce that, I would have guessed just Cheacar, I would have thought. But I wanted to pronounce it correctly, so I asked around a little bit, and it turns out there are as many pronunciations for that word as there are teeth in this sculpture. But he hails from the world of RPG, which means role-playing games. And if you're a human being, you may have heard of Dungeons and Dragons, or D&D, which is a game that humans have been playing for many, many years just to amuse themselves. It's just a game where you can pretend to take on the part of a fantasy character or a human character of some sort, and play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm sure you've heard of that. Or if you're a monster and you like to play games where you pretend you're a person, that would be, they play the equivalent, Houses and Humans. So basically the same thing. But this one, the Ghoulish Productions mask, well, some of the pronunciations, and no kidding, I've heard everything from Ciakar, C-I-A-K-A-R. You can say Ciakar, or Ciakar, or Cheacar, all right? Cheacar, Ciakar, Cheacar, Chick-Chack-Cho, Chuckakar, gonna rock a Chuckakar, because it's what I'm gonna do. Gonna rock a Chuckakar, got a mask of you. That's called freestyling. Or maybe it didn't qualify as freestyling because there was an element of parody involved. I don't know. Somebody get Cool Mo D and ask him. It was kind of like freestyle. Maybe it was free association is what it was. And I think they should free the association. The association has been locked up long enough. Anyway, this beautiful thing here is perhaps a member of the Draconian race. And if you don't know, Draconian is in fact a real word that means strict and stern and inflexible, unbending, unyielding, like draconian laws are laws where nobody ever says, oh, we'll let you off with a warning. Not the Draconians. No. They're very strict, and the laws are very strictly enforced, and the punishment is doled out. Now, Draconian is such a good word. It's been used in a number of sci-fi franchises before, such as Doctor Who, on which Draconians were a little bit like this. They're humanoids with lumpy green heads, I believe. And even on the old TV show Lost in Space. But the Draconians there were an already dead race who had died out except for their consciousness, which was hooked up in some computers, hoping that somebody would come along and become their leader again. The great Anyak. Yeah, not Chuck Car. No. But anyway, I'm pretty sure this particular Ciakar or Cheacar is supposed to be one of the Dungeons and Dragons ones. Look at the detail on that. All right, look at those eyes. Is that awesome? I didn't do anything to customize this or upgrade it or anything. It looked this fantastic right out of the box. And he sells for, this makes me uncomfortable now, but I'm gonna try. This sells for around $65. That's kind of an average. I have seen them as low as $50, which is a good deal. And I've seen them as high as $90, which is a good deal more than 50. But if you can score one for in the neighborhood of $60, $70, you're doing pretty good. Because this thing is beautifully painted and very, very detailed. Look at the depth to these spiny things he has in the back here. Isn't that great? And he has little eye cuts in this dark area right above his beady little yellow lizard eyes. Okay, beautiful, beautiful paint job. And like I said before, he does have the little Ghoulish Productions thing right there under his row of spinal points, right there. Okay, but you'd never be able to see it on this particular video because it's all painted dark under there. But what a great mask this is! And if you don't want to go with the look of a specific character, like from a specific Dungeons and Dragons game or something, you could always shoot for more of a brutal monster look, like what he would look like naked. But that would be hard to do. That would be sort of a Creature from the Black Lagoon sort of suit with the scaly texture. I'm not sure how you're going to do that. If I were going to wear him, I think I'd go for a sort of warrior effect, like he's wearing clothing, but it's protective gear, weaponry and stuff. I think that's what he would like. Yeah, see how much he likes that idea? I'd go for a sort of medieval fantasy warrior with him, although he could have some upgraded technological advances that he acquired over the centuries, like laser weapons, that sort of thing. Anyway, what a great mask! The Ciakar from Ghoulish. Big thumbs up for this one. What a great monster. And what? Wait, what? Oh, you want to know what's in the bottle? He wants to know what's... Well, I'll show you. This bottle right here. In the bottle, I have an end screen. Want to see it?